No, that's a bad idea.
Stream Fortnite creating Martinsville, Indiana.
But still label it Detroit versus Minnesota and have a football cover and shit. Are you guys gonna watch this good game? Austin, you're playing in a minute. Watch your game or you're lame.
Good morning.
You have a game.
When?
No. 3 minutes?
No.
Oh, that's nice. Who's streaming it?
Me. I figured it out. I figured out why Saquon figured it out why the chats don't work for me.
Yeah, cause when they react
just
with
one,
that one emoji.
I don't know what the one emoji is, because when he sent it to me, of course, my thing crashed.
All the numbers.
Yeah, all the numbers. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that happened in my group chat before.
Yeah, when they react with all the.
I had to like make a whole new group chat one time.
Yeah, just post on your store. Hold on, I'll post on the.
Yeah, but then people, I feel like, are gonna be like, they're gonna use that emoji on purpose now. That's something I'm worried about.
If they do, then we'll just
kill him. Injure him.
Anti-Asian violence and hate crimes have been on the rise. The NBA family condemns them from racism, hate, or xenophobia. We will come together and dismantle racism, lift up the Asian community. We will not be silent. Stop Asian hate.
I don't know this numbers emoji, but
yeah, I'm gonna screenshot it and post it on the story and tell people to stop doing it in chat.
well, you should probably tell them why, or they're just gonna be confused. It's Denver and Tennessee are the 2 chats I'm never able to get into, especially.
Yeah, because that's all Trubisky likes with.
Yeah.
But no wonder I can never get into his DMs.
Weirdo. I stopped reacting. I'm over week.
Into his DMs?
People with Androids and rap posse.
Alright. My mic's... How do I mute my mic on...
Hit share, go to broadcast, and then go to...
Party anyways. Alright. Let me leave the party. Ha! Shut up.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And it's 3rd
the shotgun now. Here's an inside give.
The running back on the option.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
The pass.
7.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting he continues the streak in this game.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 7 catches, 59 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tracy Walker in on the tackle. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second down.
They'll look to throw. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also,
and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Wide receiver.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. But he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Coverage defensively.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
25-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. McKinnon here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. At the line.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 28.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was taken down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So that good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The trap was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
They certainly had the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Makes the score Vikings 3, Lions nothing.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
14. First down, Lions.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's it.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now left side on the swing pass. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. 6. Lions nothing. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Julio Jones. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
And to give this time to the tailback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The tight end Kettle has it on the left side. And he will have the Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Behind the chain, second and 12. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
And so one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Vikings send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. fielded at about the 28. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts, but the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
38-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Caught left side Hopkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw again. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Preston 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
Incomplete. Damon Arnett on the coverage.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And out now come the Vikings. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. And they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to throw now on first down. Incomplete. The pass.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Lions 21, Vikings 17.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
A 7-yard pickup.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Second and 11. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Lions 1st down.
On the RPO, that's complete right side.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
John Ross. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
working with a 2nd and 3.
39-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
And he won't be close close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
To George Kittle.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. His pass caught at the 4. And the Vikings are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a... And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
But that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
For the lead, here's third and goal. Back to throw. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's back to throw. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. Well, how's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry? Or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up. And it always happens a little bit better if they feel like their quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against him. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The throw right sideline here is complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, so close, but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 6-yard line.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now, I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big 1st down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now. After picking up that 1st down, everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Another carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 25.
25-yard.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint in overtime. And it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Vikings, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.